Yo, what's up, guys? DCX here. And as you can see, I have the Xbox Series S right behind me, actually, and I've been using it for about a month now. And to be completely honest, I've been loving it. Okay, so let's get started with the feature set and the price. So, what you get so what you get you so what you get for what you pay. The Xbox Series S comes at a very affordable 300 bucks. 300 bucks is pretty affordable for a console, especially at times like these. And with that price, you get up to 120 frames per second, very up to a 1440p resolution, ray tracing, a 512 gigabyte SSD that's way faster than what we had previous gen with hard drives, and quick resume, which lets you just hop from game to game. And wow, to be honest, that's pretty great for what you pay for. I don't think most PCs at that price, 300 bucks, could even perform or come with that feature set or come close to it at all. But the real question is, do these features hold out when you play these games? Well, games like Gears 5, Cold War, and even Watch Dogs, and more titles do go up to 1440p, and plus Watch Dogs does do ray tracing, which is also a big plus, which is a great thing to see. I'm happy to see that developers are pushing this thing to what it's capable of, or what Microsoft said it's capable of doing. But here's the crazy thing. There are games like Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which play at a full 4K 60, Mortal Kombat 11, and Assassin's Creed that even go beyond the target of 1440p and actually go all the way up to 4K at some instances, which is pretty damn insane. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that with this system. There you go. This system. I thought this thing would only go no, let me get the words. I thought this game would play most of the games I listed. Wait, the games. No. I thought the system would play most of the games I listed at 1080p, but no, I was shocked by it, to be honest. Okay, but what about the frame rate? Well, there are many games that support the high frame rates as well. Ori, Gears 5, Warzone, Rogue Company, which actually plays a game at 1440p and 120, which if you didn't know already, that's a sweet spot for gaming right there. And let me tell you, 120 frames feels amazing, dude. By the way, more games do play at 120 frames, not just the ones I listed. It feels amazing. Like if you've always been a console player like me, and you're used to 30 or that means you're probably used to 30 or 60 frames per second. But 120 is a whole other world. It's in a league of its own. Do keep in mind, however, it will take down some graphical settings, including resolution, but that is to be expected because even PC gamers put down graphical settings to get a higher frame rate. But it feels so amazing, the smoothness, how responsive everything is. I love it. I would play games at 144p if I get the higher frame rate. I'm not joking. I wish I was. But damn, why were PC gamers hogging that feature for so long? However, there are some things to keep in mind. One big thing is the storage. The system does come with a 512 gigabyte SSD, but in all reality, you only no the user space is around 360 gigabytes. But that's where this hard drive comes in handy actually. I mentioned this hard drive so many times in so many previous videos, but this thing really does come in clutch. Okay, you may not be able to play next gen games on a hard drive, but games will still load faster than compared to last gen, mainly because your main drive is an SSD. And if you can't play like you can't yes, you can't play next gen games on it, but you can move games. And it takes about 10 minutes or less to move from this to internal on a game that's like 100 gigabytes. That's fast. And I can probably say this for most people. That's probably faster than your internet, like how fast you would be able to download a game on through your internet. I do happen to have the 4 terabyte model, but there is a 2 terabyte one which is cheaper, and that's probably the one most people will probably need anyway. But yeah, this is the Seagate external hard drive, by the way. But yeah, if you don't want to shell out those 220 bucks for the expansion drive or the expansion card that Seagate also sells, then this is also a really great option. One more thing to keep in mind is that is it okay? So this is an amazing performer at its price, but this is still a quarter of the power of the Xbox Series X. Meaning that some games, not all, some won't perform as well as the Series X or look as good. One good example is Destiny 2. Destiny 2 looks great on the system. Don't get me wrong, but if you're playing Destiny 2 on this system, you will miss out on those 120 frames, while the Series X does have those 120 frames. But yeah, this thing has held out extremely well. Like I was shocked, to be honest, that this thing plays all the games that I'm personally interested in amazingly, and I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with the system. If you're somebody who doesn't care about having the best graphics or the highest resolution possible, or maybe you just play games casually, or you don't play all the time, and you just play it like on the side sometimes, just to relax or whatever the case may be, this is a really great thing for you to pick up. Like, what's the point of spending $400 or $500 on a higher end system if this is all you need in all reality? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if you're an enthusiast, you want the highest graphics ever, get the Series X or the PS5. Those are a much better choice if you're that type of person. But if graphics aren't like if the highest end graphics aren't important to you, the highest resolution isn't important to you, this is a really great buy. You should definitely pick it up whenever you get the chance to. But yeah, that pretty much ends the video here for today. I'm sorry for being on such a long hiatus. I was just sorting some things out, but I'm back now. You guys should totally follow my Twitch and my TikTok. I'm gonna start streaming again on Twitch and my TikTok. Well, I've been posting since actually like 2 days ago. So yeah, hop on that, and yeah, I'm gonna go hook this back up and play some Street Fighter.